EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. 50, plant.
56. Watch the run, watch the run.
61, matchbox, lights.
First carry for James Conner. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, orbit. Get it.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
It's third and 10.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. Man, I got you.
Hey, Sam off.
Check. Crouch. 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 Check 4.
Spot.
Back to throw. Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch the eye.
Express. Get down.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Lets it go for Nelson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Raider first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Kill.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd and a yard, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Go!
Express. Mike is the 15. Check back 15. Check pass.
From the gun, it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here we go.
And they begin the drive with a duel. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Bravo!
85.
Hard!
Looking to throw. Costello escaping the pressure right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Carl trying again on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. We're scoreless after one. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
You got four. You're mine.
Hey, shoot. It's first.
Rip right.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, lock it. 6, go. Jim. Defense.
To throw again. Costello. Cleveland Farrell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Kill. Check nickel.
Hey, exit. Hurry. Let's go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And take it right at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
80 weapon. Hey, Delta. Deuce.
Off play action. Costello. And this one's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
To throw on 3rd down. Costello flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Clelin Ferrell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get it.
To throw, it's Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 41, Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On first down, Carr. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
55, Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Ready to run.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This from 44 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sam up.
All day, baby. All day. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Fight.
Back to throw. Costello. He's going to launch it for Washington. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Touchdown.
93.
Check right. Watch it, you cry.
Express.
Check 55 to Mike.
82.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6-18. Don't be scared.
Throwing again. Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 12 yards there and a first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
50's the Mike. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Here we go.
Mike's 50.
Here we go.
I'm coming.
Second down and goal. Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 7. Looking to throw. Costello. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First down, Raiders.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A Raider first down, 17 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
Down. 185. Go Chief.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 52 is the mic, right?
Look, squeeze.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
57. Mike.
Hey, lock it.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Hey, Echo.
Let's bring it.
Now.
From the gun, Costello. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. You get blocked me.
White. Hey, 734.
50, Mike, 50.
All day.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Switch.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Play action, now it's Carr. And that one not to be, it's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Orbit. Express.
Mike 50.
Get down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
7:34. Max 50, Max 50. Express.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Hauling it in, Nelson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Carr now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down but away and bring up 2nd down.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
52, Mike 52. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Look at me. Door. Check. Left, fight.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He's going to launch it for one, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running is Jacobs. And an alley to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And an alley to run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now the Raiders have got him. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They run with Abdullah, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's caught. It's Malone. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Raiders, it won't quite be a perfect...